Hello, Joshua from CourseVector here, and today I want to go over with you how we are going to be building your website. So we build websites via WordPress, and we use Elementor, which is a theme for WordPress, to build your site. We also build using what's called templates. So we template out your site to be able to have you or us be able to populate or change content efficiently. So I'm going to jump right into what's found on your estimate, because I'm sure you might have a couple questions about that. So the very first two items that might be there are header and footer, those templates. So I'm going to jump right in to a website that we just built, and I'm going to showcase all the different templates that we might be building for your site. Again, your estimate might be a little bit different compared to others, but this is going to be the standard for the most part of how we build sites. So again, touching back on that header and footer, your header and footer are kind of what sandwich your website. It's going to be the consistent, what's at the very top of your website, which is the header, and the bottom of your website, which is the footer. In this case, on this site, this blue bar and this red bar are what's the header. Typically, your header contains your navigation bar, a logo, and some call to actions like a phone number or some social media links. Then if we scroll down to the bottom, you can see his footer. The footer is this blue and dark blue. Typically in your footer, again, it's going to have your logo, maybe a boilerplate about your company, some testimonials, maybe a map, some social media links, some call to actions to contact you, and of course your copyright information. That's your header and footer, pretty straightforward on those. And then the next up is what's going to make up your site. So the first template is, of course, your home page template or your front page template. This is going to be very visually engaging. Lots of call to actions, lots of buttons, etc. Very custom built, because most of your traffic is going to land on your homepage. That's why we try to make this as visually engaging as possible to get users to click into your site to read more information or to contact you. So in this case, you can see here the header, the homepage template for here, the front page starts at this this slider and ends with this "We promise you the best" at the very bottom. So it's, again, the header and footer kind of sandwich that. The next up is going to be your page template. This is an example of a page template. Typically, a page template has your title followed by a content area, which will be populated via Gutenberg. If you have questions about how your website's populated, you can always reach out to us. That's a whole other topic. So we use the title followed by a content area. Your post template is going to look very similar. Again, title, content area. However, we typically add two additional things to a post template, and that's going to be some post information. So the date that it was published, maybe some categories that that post belongs in. And then also at the very bottom of your post template is also going to be some related posts, or just to keep, or a forward and back button, just to keep users engaged on your site, to keep clicking through and reading more content. So that's your post template. The next template that I'm going to discuss is an archive template. This can be a little bit confusing in the wording of it, because archive, you think like an archive of files. But in this case, what an archive template is how your posts are displayed on your site. So as you add blog posts or news posts or portfolio items, this is how this information is displayed. So in this case, the title of the page, followed by the post items that belong to this specific category or blog. You can scroll through here, and of course these are paginated as well. The next up, now those templates that we just discussed up until this point are standard across every single site that we built. The next up that I'm going to discuss are some extras, and your estimate may or may not contain these. If you'd like these added on, of course, don't hesitate to reach out to us. The next up is going to be a search archive. So this is very similar to the archive that you just saw previously. However, this is geared more toward people who are actually searching. So if you have a search function on your site, this is what they will see. So what this is very similar, again, to the standard archive template. However, is geared more toward to display information easier for people who are searching. So if I were to search Old City, for example, you can see here how it's a lot easier to read this information, and there's less, I'm not going to say clutter, but there's less things to read through, so they don't need to know the date. They're specifically looking for a search term. So all they need to know is, okay, this post contains Old City. I can read more here. So that's what a search archive template looks like. And then the very last template that your website might have is a 404 error. A 404 error is an error code for a page not being found. So for example, you can see the gibberish URL that I have here. Obviously that page does not exist, and that's what this page explains. This page does not exist, or it has been moved. So maybe it got moved to a different URL. In which case, we allow the user to remain engaged with your website by searching for that information, or to contact you for assistance if they can't find it. So I hope that explains the templates and how we build out your websites. If you have any additional questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to us. You can reach us at support@CourseVector.com.